All right, folks. Hello and welcome. Yeah. So we're back. We're back live. Sorry about that earlier. My internet went out. Um, we were streaming for about 20 minutes there, and then my internet went out. And nothing huge happened in that 20 minutes. That we lost, unfortunately. Nothing huge happened, but I did start the war with the Mamluks. Okay. Um, and it got to a good start. We were able to quickly take Cairo. We've got the Rashid here under siege, um, and Akoyonlu, who's allied with Mamluks, they're attacking Ethiopia. So my men that I had. Uh, yeah, so Akoyonlu, they're attacking Ethiopia, and also these Mamluks are coming down as well to help them out. So we're sending the troops who took Cairo down to deal with them. Meanwhile, over here, we haven't gotten any resistance or much resistance at all from Kaliwa so far. But we got the guys together over here, occupied a little bit of this area, not the whole area, because I want to prioritize going up north. We took Kaliwa, the capital, fairly quickly, and we're going to head to the forts in Mombasa and Malindi and try to take them and get Kaliwa out of the way as soon as possible. And as far as peace deals with Kaliwa, I was thinking we go for just take 3 of their centers of trade. Pate and Mogadishu, they're pretty high development, so they're taking a lot of war score up, and that leaves the option of either taking Mombasa and Malindi as well. Basically the same, honestly. Like we can do either one, either or. So yeah. Yeah. So let's go. Let's go. Also, they're already about to take fort over here. Kind of. Well, here, let's take our guys over here to blockade their forts. Let's Gulf here. Persian Gulf. So they seem to be running at the sight of my guys coming down. Not sure exactly what their intentions are here. Siege of Muscat is over. They took Muscat, which is expected. I was hoping it would hold out a little longer than that, but apparently not. Yeah, they seem to have just completely ran away at the sight of my guys. So let's come up down here, actually, and siege down Mecca. And also, when we take Mecca, we're then going to siege down Yanbu here. And I'm going to then, of course, when that happens, bring my fleet around over that way and blockade that. Oh, nice. Always good to get those events. That was Taoisk. So Okay, that actually was not using a colonist at this very moment. So let's see. Also, let me put out a post on my channel here announcing everyone that I am back live. Let me type this out here. Back live again, folks. Come through. All right. Also, when we're getting money, 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 money. There's not really that much we can even really do with our funds at the moment. You know, I mean, some of these might be worthwhile to put a market there, but I don't know. I think it'd be better actually to upgrade some more forts. Like we can upgrade one here, Benin. Got a fort here. I think that's a decent fort positioning, I'd say. I would say. Yes, so we'll upgrade the one here and here. Although I don't know if I really need I don't really know if I need 4 forts on Sumatra, but why not? We have plenty of money for it. So I don't see why not. Are there any other ones we even have to upgrade? Ah, Ceuta, of course. Of course. That's probably out of all of them, that's probably my most important fort guarding the Straits of Gibraltar here. Anyway, all right, so looks like we caught 28,000 Akayunlu soldiers slipping here, so we're gonna make quick work of those guys. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Before I send these guys up to Mecca, let's have them deal with these Cleans here. Well, there's a lot of them. We might not even actually win that, but we'll at least do some serious damage to their manpower from that. And they don't have a lot of manpower. They only have 30,000. So we outnumber them significantly in manpower. Also, at the same time, I'm going to deploy these guys. Or never mind, I have no diplomats, actually. Ha. But let's recall these guys. Over here. Let's make our war goal Saragossa. Saragossa de Sicilia? What's that? Oh, Saragossa de Sicilia. Interesting. Is there no regular Saragossa? Oh, we don't border them. That's why. I'll make it in Dara, which is Algiers, basically. And apparently now we do have a colonist available, so we'll see where we should put that. There's nowhere left in Papua to take, which is just, or to colonize, it's just a mess. We got France here, me, the English, and of course Ternate, which now Ternate basically has nowhere else to colonize, so I should definitely get them pretty soon. I could put a guy in Australia here to help my dudes along with their colonization before someone else gets to it. I could do more in Africa. There's not really anything left in the Americas even to colonize. I mean, there's a little bit. There's a little bit. Like, I could put a guy right here, for example, just for the heck of it. You know? I could put one in here in Darien. The Darien Gap. Which is funny because it's basically, in real life right now, it would be basically like an uncolonized area. what's my alternative here? Wait a minute. Wait a second. Did the English actually win against France in this war? Because they did not have this province before. That's for sure. One thing I could do is colonize some of these last stragglers here. So, luckily, my Laplace colony is actually dealing with these sort of last few provinces. Brazil's colonizing this one. But I would like them definitely to grab these last two before the French do. Or I guess their Castilian Brazil colony of France. Could be sensible. That could be sensible. But I don't really necessarily want to do that because that would violate. All right, so yeah, I could do more of the interior Africa. Other than that, there's only a few stragglers here in the Americas. A few right here, Colonial Columbia. Like in North America, it's like nothing. But there is actually a few up here in the Hudson Bay. That'd be kind of funny. Just getting a random holding over here. Greenland is uncolonized. Yeah, I think I'm gonna send some guys up here. Just having a random outpost all the way over here in the Hudson Bay. That'd be kind of funny. It's 6 development too. Yeah, let's do that. Should I expel a minority? Nah. Okay, so anyway, these guys are going back up to Malindi. These guys are getting close over here to taking this fort. See if we can catch some of these guys. Whoa, things are happening fast, man. I might actually turn down the speed of 2. Or I am turning it. Whoa, this is interesting. So ever since the start of Alfonso's reign, it has been clear that his heart lies with the Castilian. In the palace halls of Lisboa have come to echo in merry conversations entirely held in the Castilian language, even Portuguese nobles have taken to using the language of the emperor. Perhaps it's time to codify the special status of the Castilian culture. I don't really see any reason to do that, especially if it's going to cost us 2 prestige and 10 legitimacy. I think that would be pointless. So we're going to go ahead and not do that. Okay, these guys are heading down south, so I'm going to try to cut them off. Before they get down to these guys. Now, not that they can really defeat them, but... Oh, yeah, who am I... About to say, who am I kidding? Why am I even sending these guys down here? But let's see if we can see if we can catch these 40,000 here. And it looks like we are going to be able to. So actually, we might be outnumbered in this battle, but we'll see what we can do. We're going to win this, I'm pretty sure, if these 37,000 don't decide to engage. Although it seems our armies are vastly superior to theirs. So we're making quick work of them. Meanwhile, over here, Rashid is captured. Fighting their navy here. We'll send these guys to Karak. Burgers, what's their loyalty at? 50. And what's their equilibrium? 50, so they're at equilibrium. So yeah, let's ask for contribution. Naval maintenance modifier, construction costs. Sure, we'll lower that a little bit. One question I had is, I don't understand why I'm not being given an option to build the Panama Canal. Or sorry, the Suez Canal. Well, or the Panama Canal for that matter. So I'm quickly going to actually look that up. Let's see. So I have, or in EU4, and I'm using like the Copilot, Microsoft Copilot AI, which is usually the AI I typically use rather than ChatGPT. I don't really have any particular reason for it, but it's just kind of convenient. I guess the reason would be it's convenient to use. I have a Windows computer and it kind of just, like Microsoft, it pushes Copilot hard. They give you options just everywhere to use it. So in EU4, I have the provinces necessary to make the Panama and Suez canals, but it is not giving me an option to do so. Why is that? Let's see what it says. Okay. You need admin tech 26. So I'm at 19. So yeah, that's probably why. So we can't do it yet, unfortunately. So eventually. So actually, we're gonna see if we can. Yeah, let's see if we can take the fight with these Mamluk soldiers here. Okay, they're not going to take the bait and give us the defensive bonus. Oh, there's also a lot of them here. We'll take this fight. So, of course, we won this. Let's head up north. We've taken all the forts here, so let's just get to taking just random provinces. And man, seems like this war is already basically over. That was pretty darn easy, if I do say so myself. Especially if we can win this battle. I mean, this will be over for them if we can. Okay, it looks like we are not winning this battle. Let's have them retreat if we can. Not a huge surprise, but that's okay. Oh, by the way, we have a bunch of free diplomats. Let's do something with these guys. Here, I'm gonna actually put these guys on just automatic suppress rebels. Oop. This whole region. So they'll do their thing. Ooh, this is interesting. This is interesting. And Tenochtitlan, I don't know why previously we weren't able to upgrade this. Oh, so because it's already significant. Okay, that's why. Oh, well, wait, hold on. Let's see what. Okay, so what are even the requirements for it? Culture group Central American has to be accepted by the owner. Maybe it's because previously it wasn't accepted. Aztec wasn't accepted, maybe, or maybe it's just because I just never had enough for the magnificent level of great projects. So what does this do? So for the province, construction and development costs is lowered and goods produced is increased. So that will help my treasure fleets. It gives you less local development costs. But the global modifier doesn't really do anything. The Hawaii Teocalli mission, I think that's only for like the Aztecs or something. So that's not really going to get us a whole lot. I'd honestly rather go for Nanamadal, because that'll give us higher settle chance and navy tradition and global settler increase, which is still helping us because there are still provinces left to colonize, right? So we're going to go ahead and start work on the Nanamadal getting up to the magnificent level. And we can purchase, of course, another ability. And changing rival cost minus 50%, that's good. But I'm going to go with definitely the admin efficiency for that. So it's good. And also, let's see what other rebels we have to deal with. We're going to have to deal with soon. Congolese. Kind of surprised that we're going to have to deal with any of this stuff. Mara, Omani, Pasai. Oh, that's not happening for a while, if at all. For like free, for example, boost our stability, we're not going to have to even to worry about that at all. But I would rather actually wait and just till we just have a I would rather wait until we actually have a like enough papal influence to beatify a local saint. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the proclaim holy war. So instead of waiting, I might just boost stability. Actually, yeah, I'll just boost stability. So yeah, puts these guys at 0.8. 100 years, the revolt will happen. That's never happening, in other words. Okay, so got another conversion. Excellent. Let's see what war score at this point we have with Kliwa. What would that be enough to get us? It might actually be nice to get a foothold in Madagascar if we want to take that later on. And there's a center of trade there. And they also have this birth of a new city, and they chose the trade power modifier for that, which is the best one in my opinion usually. So, let's go ahead and fully occupy Kaliwa and see what kind of treaty we can get from them. Or fully occupy them at least, other than Madagascar, because I don't really want to bother sailing over there. What are these guys doing? Where are they going? But do these guys have no leader right now? They have no leader. Definitely will hire a new general and apply it to them. I'm not sure why I'm not able to do that at the moment. There we go. Okay, there's actually a ton of these guys here. So what I'm actually going to do is send these guys back this way, and we'll try to just attack in this direction. Deal with this huge army they have just being massed. And you know what? We'll bring these guys up over to attack Mecca, and we'll just send these guys down to occupy some of these provinces. And I suppose it would be interesting to take Defender of the Faith. Should we? Yeah, let's take Defender of the Faith. Why not? And that gives us an extra missionary. I think more missionary strength, right? Gives us, yeah, okay, so higher morale of armies, less war exhaustion, all navies as well. As I mentioned, another missionary. More yearly prestige, more papal influence, which is great. Missionary maintenance, manpower, and truth-based provinces. That's significant. The manpower increase, that's really significant. Yeah, the quicker we can get all these provinces into Catholic religions, the quicker we can get them into trade companies, so we make more money. And also, of course, and also, of course, we will make more make more money, and not more. I was thinking more manpower, but I don't think so. I don't think it actually increases to how much manpower we get. Not at least until we get a lot of these upgrades that increase the manpower and sailors, which we haven't really made many of them, but we will do that. We will do that. We do still have other things to spend our money on, definitely. Oops. I was thinking that was my fleet, but that is not. So, this fleet isn't really doing a whole lot over here at the moment. Looks like these guys are about to engage with my troops here. I'm a little confused as to why these guys are exiled. That I don't really understand. That's very strange, to say the least. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, I don't understand. How do these guys become exiled? Oh, I managed to pull that battle off. That's good. Yeah, what the heck? How'd these guys become exiled? I guess we'll have to bring them over here. Like the heck? Ooh, we got the Congolese rebels. We'll send these guys over to deal with them. Okay, yeah, looks like we'll catch these 6 guys. We'll stack wipe that 6,000. It's always good to take out the little small groups, right? So there doesn't seem to be even anyone here, so we will go ahead and split up this grouping so we can occupy some of these provinces a bit quicker, a bit more quickly. Yeah, I don't understand how these guys got exiled. Because normally, I mean, if you end a war and they're in enemy territory, they'll get exiled. But, I mean, no war ended. So I don't understand why there would be. Doesn't really make any sense to me. But, you know, hey. But so these guys will all join forces up here in the north, and they'll fight this big, huge Akayonlu and Mamluk army. While meanwhile, these guys will head over to Mecca. Wow, it's amazing how quickly I'm stacking up money, dude. It's just incredible. Just incredible. It's great. Build some more manufactories, my friends. Ooh. Lost a little battle here, or a little naval battle here. We'll keep those guys in port. Okay, they can de-exile themselves right here. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and assign these diplomats, because we can't have these guys just wasting their time not doing anything now, can we? It's good. Claims on pretty much everyone nearby. Let's get claims on Ayutthaya. Wow, they've got... Wow, Kamai is a tributary. That's pretty significant. And then they have some of their own tributaries. That's cool. Good for them. Ooh, look at how weak you is. I think that might be good to make my next war, UA. Just stuff 1,000,000 troops in Macau, and then you send them to Canton, and they'll take that, and then just perfuse out throughout the South China countryside, guys. But over here, these guys captured all these different provinces. Send one of them to try to hunt down and kill that one guy. Oh, and of course, gotta assign that colonist, man. Oh, looks like Britain will beat us to here. So let's get let's put a guy in Labrador. How about that? How about that? Meanwhile, the rest of these guys, Ottomans like us. They could be a good ally. If I had a more relation slots, which I would like to find a way to get more, but I think that we already have the strong duchies privilege. We do. So I don't know of any way other than getting diplomatic ideas to get another relation slot. But it seems as though, like, with my alliance with the Commonwealth, it doesn't really seem like France is apt to attack me, especially because my army is increasing in size and I actually have more development than them now, and apparently more standing manpower and much larger fleet, although most of my fleet's trade ships. But just to be safe, though, I do want to keep my relations with them a little bit on the good side, ideally. And also, there's nothing left for these guys really to do over here, so... I was about to say we need to blockade this port, but looks like Valencia's already got me on that. So... we'll just send these guys to port, I guess. Well, we'll send them over around this side. How about that? How about that? And also, let's send these guys over this way. So we're soon going to be sieging Yanbu. And now let's combine these soldiers up. And hopefully they won't take Gaza this tick. And they took Gaza. No matter. They're wanting to split themselves up. They can go right ahead and do that if they do so choose. They want to fight us separate, they can go right ahead. They'd actually have a chance if they were together, but no. Instead, these guys are just getting absolutely ratioed. Yeah, so we stomped them. These others are trying stupidly to take Cairo. Oh, it looks like... Hold on. Looks like we're also going to be able to trap this Kaliwa army. Let's wait until they're locked in. And they're locked, and... Of course, we're auto-saving. All right, these guys are going down. Man, the stupid AI, they don't want to keep their forces together. If they were to, they could actually win some battles against me, but nope. They don't want to. They're not interested in winning battles, apparently. They like to lose. That's fine. So let's let this month end in our morale recuperate here a little bit. And let's, well, 60,000. This is going to be a big battle. Huge battle. Sounds like you've matured over 10 years from last live. Well, my voice is different? Ooh, Hardy Warrior, land attrition minus 20%. That's a great bonus. So we stomped them. Yeah, let's head over to Karak. Not Karak Chevalier. Karak Chevalier is in Syria. Just Karak, I guess. Let's hunt these guys down. You sound 30 years old. Well, I mean, I'm actually not as young. Collector Invest, like, or I've tried to see how many formal. Wait. I missed your chat before. Ever tried see how many number formable for mission farming? How many number formable for mission farming? Oh. Like as in like tag switching. I've never really done that actually. I mean, I've gone, different like formable nations, but I've never actually done the tag switching strategy. Like the way you do that, is it like you destate all of your culture provinces and then basically, if I understand correctly, then just state like some other culture? And then like then you can click to form another nation, and then you just get like from their missions more of like the permanent claims and all that. I think that's how a lot of people do world conquest, right? I sound like I'm 30 years old. I'm actually closer to 30 than you'd think. I know I look super young, but I'm actually in my mid-20s. I think it's just accent, because I sound like I narrate Ford commercials when I speak my native language, but when I speak English, I sound like a monkey. No way. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, though, with, like, me sounding different. haven't changed too much from last time. Like, I mean, or I'm like, you know, I haven't really changed too much since my last live, man. I mean, I'm difference of a couple hours. But yeah, once I take Karak here, I'm going to send these guys over actually into the Akkoyonlu lands and start sieging them down. Naples. Aragon. Okay. Sure, I'll join that war. I don't know if I'll really be in the position to really help them out too much. But sure. I'll join. I mean, how many troops do they even have at this point? 62,000, actually a decent amount still. Well, I guess, yeah, I could probably transport some of these guys over. I don't know if I'll really need all of them. You must be 20 years young. No, man. No, man. I'm in my mid-20s, actually. I drank 50 cups of coffee each day. What? Collector invest? What are you talking about, man? I'm not following the stuff you're saying, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not following. I drink no coffee. Yeah, I'm not much of a coffee drinker myself, to be honest. Like, occasionally I'll have a cup, but I don't know. My wife drinks coffee. She really likes it. So, like, when she has one, I'll drink, like, some of it, you know? Like, I'll say, hey, you know, pass me the cup. I'll have some. But in general, I don't really drink a whole lot of coffee. I've eaten raw meat, and I could say raw meat tastes better than coffee. I feel like that's like kind of like an apples to oranges thing, man. I feel like they're gonna taste like completely different. No, keyword is drank, because, or I drank. Wait. Keyword drank because you would have died of a heart attack. Well, yeah, dude, 50 cups of coffee. Oh yeah, man, you'd overload on caffeine and just keel over. Now, mind you, if it was decaf, you could do it. But, man, that would be a lot of fluids. You'd be pissing up a storm. These guys keep moving. All right. You know, I don't really care about these guys actually occupying provinces, to be honest with you. I don't really care. Like that one guy down there. I can kind of ignore him. And honestly, I think we could probably just peace out with Kaliwa. 77. 77 war score. It's pretty darn good. Yeah, let's see which of their centers of trade we can take. We can take these two. Can we take this one too? No. We could take like one of our like maybe, yeah, one of our like permanent claim provinces, and just take money from them. Or let's pillage the cap. You cannot gain anything in your capital. There isn't enough here to buy development in your capital. Take any for ourselves. Okay. We could take war reps. Is there any nations we could release? We don't have the war score for that. But if I don't do this one, we could release Mombasa, for instance. That's a one province minor. Makwa, also one province minor. I think releasing Mombasa would be good, because that way we could take that in a separate war. Caffeine is what makes coffee taste bad, because I took a bunch of decaf coffee. It was free at the hospital, and I was waiting for sibling. I'm going to say firmly about decaf, but I only put like a vanilla packet. I don't know, man. Like, decaf coffee still kind of has like more or less the same taste to it. At least what I've tried. At least the decaf coffee I've had. Oh yeah, I think Hoi 4 is on sale for like 15 bucks. Huh? What? Hoi 4 is on sale for 15 bucks, huh? 15 bucks, dude. That's pretty good, man. I might have to get it then. On Steam, I'm assuming, right? So, I also eat 30 Crunchwrap Supremes every day. I believe that. I believe that. Thing is, when I take a drink, I can immediately tell the dosage of caffeine in it. It's like a superpower or something, man. Yeah, they're also incorporating one of the DLCs in November for free. And yeah, on Steam. Ooh, free DLC. And on Steam. I might have to take a look at that then. The free DLC is it the famously amazing Graveyard of Empires DLC? Is that the one? The famously greatest Hoi 4 DLC that was ever released? I heard that one was just garbage. It seemed like it, judging by one of the videos I saw. Ooh. Might have to send our fleet up to help the Neapolitans here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get that then. Here's once again, ladies and gentlemen, a cameo of my beautiful wife. I don't think she likes too much when I do lives because I'm not paying attention to her. So... All right. Dice hola. Dice hola.
Hello.
So, if you ask Hoi 4 player if they enjoyed buying Trial of Allegiance, Waking the Tiger, Graveyard of Empires, they'll go very mad. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Caffeine and whiskey does the opposite to my body, but beer, I can't handle it. Can't handle. You can handle caffeine and whiskey fine. Whiskey fine, but beer, no. Maybe it's just the carbs that bother you or something. I don't know. Hey guys, can you guys give me a second? I'm gonna use the bathroom. Don't leave the live, guys. I promise I'll be right back. But just let me use the restroom real quick, guys. Said, I drank a whole bottle of whiskey and it acts like water. No alcohol symptoms. Dude, what? You're a mutant, dude. Beer have a very heavy alcohol symptoms. Dude, that doesn't even make any sense, man. Like, how is it that... How is it you don't get drunk from whiskey but you do from beer? Because I mean it's the same alcohol in the two of them, man. Like I don't understand how that's even possible. And it's been 6 minutes. This guy must have clogged the ocean a few hours ago. Yeah, man. What can I say, guys? You know. You know how it is when duty calls, it calls. Not to be crude, I don't know what to tell you. You're beautiful. Amor, se dice tú eres bonita. Unless, of course, you're talking about me. Se dice tú eres bonita. Oh. Oh, that was my buddy. You know what's something in this game I've never actually created? I've never actually made? Is coastal defense. Or like the coastal defense and the naval batteries. Blocks slave raids. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. Blockade force required plus 100%. Hostile disembark time is doubled. And hostile fleet attrition is up by 5. Okay, so they start taking attrition if they're blockading it. That could be situationally useful, I suppose. And ramparts, I've never built that either. Attrition for enemies plus 1, local defense is plus 15, local defender dice roll bonus. That could be good in key forts. So these are kind of situational, but I think it could be pretty practical. If you get Hoi 4, I recommend playing the following mods: Kaiserreich or Kaiser Redux, of course, a classic. I've watched lots of videos of those. It seems pretty interesting. Like, I've watched lots of Hoi 4 videos despite never having actually played it. There's lots of content and lore. Yeah. That's really cool that they actually put, like... I mean, it's really cool how much effort they put into a lot of these mods, man. It's really cool. It's really sick, actually. I'll build one there. Another is player-led peace conferences to prevent border war. Player-led peace conferences. Okay. So what? So you don't just let like the AI just decide, whatever places they want to take. You actually you have to basically prove everything. Great War Redux. So I assume that's one that's set in World War I. You get priority. That's cool. Wow, I'm going to make a 0 income workshop. Amazing. I'm going to save up the rest of my money for some great project upgrades. Can we get done with this siege? My goodness. Oh, it's because I have no freaking leader. Let me split this army. Send him over here. Give him a leader. As you can resume this stupid little siege here. Actually with a leader. Man, I put it on 2 and now it's like way slower. Like noticeably so. 5 nights at Hearts of Iron 4. Every 1 in 100 chance per day, you get a random chance to get jump scared by Freddy Fazbear. Dude, what? Age of Imperialism. North America divided. Okay. Try some of those out then. I did an Austria run on EU4. I got the Mandate of Heaven and still have the HRE. That's sick. That's sick. And you know, I should probably go for that actually, the Mandate of Heaven, because I'm thinking my next war might be against UA here. I could take a bunch of South China or some of South China, and you know, maybe get that good old mandate. Because what's going on right now? Yeah, UA has no mandate, zero mandate, or Wu actually. Wu is the emperor, which is kind of hilarious. Equestria at War, a My Little Pony mod. What the fuck? Dude, what? Okay. It's a funny thing is the My Little Pony mod for Hoi 4 is actually one of the best mods for Hoi 4, if not the best. You're kidding me. Dude, who made that one then? Oh man. Could you imagine the guy who made that? I mean, my goodness, that must be a real basket case. Bunch of bronies, I would assume. Yeah. King of the bronies. I'm going to send this colonist over here. Because why not? Or you know what? Actually, hold on. That'll have me violate the Treaty of Tordesillas. I think I get a huge relations penalty for that, so I'll avoid that actually. I'll go for Greenland. A bunch of lore for 3 continents and a bunch of continents and unique focus trees. Dude. Oh my god. I almost just lost my fleet there. Yeah, man. Guys who made that. Jeez. HRE Emperor with Mandate is broken. I believe it, man. You get all the Emperor bonuses and like the Mandate bonuses. That'd be pretty crazy. That'd be pretty crazy. And Austria, once you revoke the privilege or revoke the privilege, dude, so broken, man. My Little Pony, My Little Pony. The MLP mod for Hoi 4. I gotta tell you, that's not something I would have predicted would have even existed in this world. But man, this world never ceases to amaze me. It really doesn't, or it really never ceases. I'd like to get Cleo out of this war right now, so I don't have to deal with any soldiers anymore. I would like to, or you know what? I'm not actually going to release Mombasa because you know what? I can't make a claim on them. So let's try to take one more center of trade. Can we? No, doesn't look like it. Ah, gracias. Go. I tried Hoi 4 modding once because I was trying things out, and I can safely say it took me 3 hours to make a mod that has an event that gives you an attack buff against the French. Like that was like the only thing it does. Well, that really then puts into perspective like how much effort these guys put into this, you know. Guess we'll take ducats for the rest of this. Let's end it. Country tax me, all HRE members defend it. Yep. It's crazy, man. And when you have that vassal swarm, dude, it's just insane. The problem with that vassal swarm, dude, is that, like, oh my god, it just destroys your computer, man. I mean, it's intense. Yeah, I've heard they were working on it since 2018. I believe it. I totally believe it. Send these guys to the New World. Or actually, I'll split. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna split them and send them to like some of the less like significant trade nodes like Lima and the other to Curaiba. These guys, they'll patrol the Caribbean. Yeah, man. I mean, it's insane. Like what goes into these mods, man. I mean, it's a lot of work. I mean, it is a lot of work. Like it's just an insane amount of work. Apparently we don't have apparently we're down a few caravels, so let's make some of those. Got these guys. I will, or you know what? I'm gonna send all of these guys to Nippon. We'll see if we can up our trade power here enough to get this mission. It's kind of insane, dude, that Japan has tributary states in some of the Native American nations. I don't even understand how that happened. Because I thought you had to be bordering some. Are there mods for EU4? There are. There are. My favorite mod for EU4 is the extended timeline. It goes basically all the way back. It might go further, actually. It goes all the way back to the Roman Empire. It might even go further back. But you can play as the Romans. It goes to the modern age, which is pretty cool. Which is really cool, actually. Like playing as like the U.S. like in the modern age is pretty sick. And like they of course have like a whole like your like technologies that go up to like 100 or something like that. Sadly, there's no Roman Empire era mod for Hoi 4. Well, man, I've been waiting for a mod like that for Hoi 4 for a while. Well, man, I think that you might have discovered your calling right there. You could be the one to do it. You know? That could be you. Who knows? We're going to split these guys too and send some of these guys to different trade nodes. One to Brazil. The other, let's send you to Mexico. Kind of the idea, but I think I need more for it than an event that gives you a buff for France. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, you'd have to get a team together, you know? You'd have to, yeah, you'd have to get some people to help you out with that. I mean, there's a big modding community for it. I think you'd probably be able to find some guys that'll help you out. So yeah, let's send these guys. Well, you know what? I think I'll actually just have my fleet pick them up and probably send them back over here to have some standing troops. I would rather work solo than talk to the Hoi 4 community. I'd rather work solo than talk to the Hoi 4 community. That's a base statement right there. I have a friend who plays Hoi 4, but he doesn't play much anymore. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like, I mean, EU4 is a time sucker, but my wife just took a picture of me on Flash, man. That hurt my eyes, man. I'm doing a photo shoot here. But yeah, I mean EU4 is a time sucker, but I heard Hoi 4 is worse in that regard. Funny thing is, I did a Florence to Roman Empire run on EU4 and it became HRE Empire. That's cool. That's cool. I haven't really played too much in Italy. I played Milan before, but that's pretty much it. I've kind of thought of doing like a papal states run and making then forming the Kingdom of God. That could be kind of sick. Now I think about it, I checked the debug mode and I could probably make the map easily since I've seen how it worked before. Well, I mean, that's a huge step, you know? Probably not all the technical stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's where the trouble comes, right? That's what makes it difficult. Or you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring these guys up here. Or hold on. Bring these guys up here and send them to attack Aragon. Now, I don't know why I can't. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And let's upgrade some great projects, ladies and gentlemen. Grenada, Alhambra. More diplomatic reputation, income for vassals, liberty desiring subjects, and admin efficiency. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, the technical details, that's always going to be the hard part of it, of any sort of modding and all that. Like, the only thing anywhere similar to modding I've done was, like, when I was a kid, I did, like, some like ROM hacks for Super Mario World, which is fun. You know, I made, like, some custom levels, but even then, it's not really modding in the same way. Ooh, these guys just dusted my fleet of mine. I don't even know if they even survived at all. Oh my God. They're sending them all the way over here. What? Oh my Lord. 21, where are these guys? Okay. Yeah, let's have you guys guarding the Gujarat node again. Let's see, is there anyone else that's just sitting around doing nothing? These guys are still waiting on one more. These guys are waiting on one more. What are you guys doing? These 6. Let's... What are these guys doing? The Moluccas? Yeah, I think this is what's left of my little Malacca fleet. Or, yeah, Malacca trade fleet. So we'll send them back over there. Meanwhile, how much has this improved my... Ooh. I'm up to 17%. I think then, with them, if I'm not mistaken, trade with Japan. So, okay, so I've got the 15% trade power, but I need at least 50 relations with Japan. I have 48. Okay, then yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and let's send him a gift. Why not? That'll be the fastest thing. Send gift. Send him like 200 ducats. All right, and that should activate that mission. The closest thing I've done with modding, besides what I literally did a bit ago, is jailbreaking my flip phone. Oh, I rooted an Android phone once. That was kind of cool. I got infinite free medals on World Conquer 4. So, suspicious of all strangers, the feudal rulers of Japan are reluctant to allow any merchants the right to trade or even land in Japanese ports. We must find a way to overcome their suspicions and become the only European power with a foothold in this exclusive market. Boom. Portuguese Nagasaki. The missionaries we sent to Japan have brought us good news. They have convinced the shogun of Japan to grant the port of Nagasaki to the Society of Jesus. Wow. Due to our long-standing agreement with the church, that means de facto control of the ports falls to Portugal. We will not have, we will now have unprecedented access to Japanese trade and a potential military foothold should we decide that our Japanese friends have outlived their usefulness. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Portuguese Nagasaki. So he's in, we'll name it Nagasaki. Cool. So I've got a treaty port in Japan. Don't you love that, ladies and gentlemen? So now that we've done that, yeah, I guess we'll keep these guys patrolling around Nippon. Why not? Why not? Giving us, wow, look at all the trade power we have. 29%, 28%, 17%. Man, look at East Asian trade, man. Wow. Free land is always good unless you're a citizen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. No, they're not going to be too, locals might not be too happy about that, but that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. We don't really care about that now, do we? Mecca! The siege is complete. We will send the next... Well, actually, let's... Whoa, first things first, let's see if we can catch this, this Mamluk army here. So now, that's cool. We can now hire Japanese mercenaries, the Kyushu Wohu. Or actually, that's fine. We're 14%. We'll just stay there. Take that one. Lickety split. Said the British. Yep. You know it, dude. You know it. So, I think this amount is a little overkill. Send this guy over this way. What are you guys doing? No, you know what? Take the ship. Go by boat, please. That is a lot quicker. My best Japanese impression is by what I say, ni hao. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. Not sure that's the right language. I don't know why that just reminded me of that episode of King of the Hill when Connie and her family moves in, and they're all sitting around wondering, is she Chinese or Japanese? I didn't even know that was a joke when I was at a Japanese restaurant as a kid. I knew what you said, ni hao to them. Said ni hao. That's funny. Said ni hao to the Japanese. That's pretty good. Yes, and they looked at me with the weirdest faces. And I still remember. Oh, that's good. That's Kino. Oh, we got Dutchmen, guys. We got Dutch coming in here. Oh, the Commonwealth is in this war? What? Oh, Naples is also allied to the Commonwealth. Okay. Watch out, Dutch. So we will send actually these guys actually immediately. I think Valencia will do the last occupation of Sousse here for me. We'll send them straight to sieging down Dara, which is... Oh, I thought that was Algiers, but no, that's Stagnum. That's funny, man. That's super funny. Yeah, I feel like even if you said Konnichiwa, they would still be like, oh, really, dude? Come on. Like, Come on, man. Like we speak English, man. Or we speak, or if it was in France, we speak French, dude. Come on. Oh, you know what? I probably should have thought of. Probably should have cored these up without taking the next admin tech. I wasn't even thinking about that. And now these are like 100 admin power to core up, and I'm not gonna be able to do that for a while. Shoot. But hey, man, Mogadishu, 26 development port. 26 development. We're going to be able to up that to a world port stat. Same with Pate, 28 development. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Which can't put it in a trade company yet. And speaking of trade companies, we have pretty much all of these provinces in India now converted to Catholicism. So let's trade company these guys. Oh, one kind of goal I have in this campaign is to get the thalassocracy. That would be kind of cool to have. I think all of us. Oh, missing one. Boom. I think we have almost all of these trade companied here. I have a feeling there might be at least one or two we're missing. No, apparently not. Oh. Tulang Bawang. Let's rename this to Lampung. Lampung. And I don't think all of these are trade companied. Oh, apparently they are. And here, oh, Surabaya, Balambangan, Bali. I want to go to Bali. I've never been. I heard it's just amazing. And everything in the Philippines. Oh, missing one. Taitete. What about Macau? Yep. Of course, we'll wait to convert Nagasaki before we trade company it up. Oh, we're missing a bunch of these provinces in South Africa here. Definitely want to add these. Is that a Steam achievement? No, it's not a Steam achievement, but it is a mission, or it's like a national decision. So confirmed thalassocracy. So meaning rule of the sea. So okay, so you have to have either maritime naval ideas or trade ideas. I have trade ideas. So you have to be basically like in one of these things, you have to be the strongest power in like a bunch of these different trade nodes. Like one of them is Ligurian Sea, so that's the Genoa node, Gulf Valencia, the Valencia node, the Tunis node, the Seville node, and Agadir. I suppose that would be the Ivory Coast node. So for that, I just lack Genoa and Valencia. Now Valencia is doable enough, but Genoa, that would be very difficult to do. So we could do like Venice, Ragusa, Alexandria, Constantinople, and Aleppo. That's not really realistic. But strongest trade power in Zanzibar, Qamar Bay. I'm not sure exactly where that is, but I think that would be the like what do you call it? Yeah, the Gulf of Aden node, I believe. And so Thatta, which is Gujarat, Straits of Hormuz, and Comorin Cape, which is Coromandel. Now, I believe I'm the strongest in Coromandel. I'm second in Gujarat. I think I'm number one I'm number one in basically all of these except for Gujarat. So, which I could become that after winning a war with Gujarat. Another option, of course, the Ganges Delta. So that's Bengal. So I'm number 3. Siam. I am number 1 in Siam. Straits of Johor, which is Malacca. Flores Sea, which is Moluccas, and the Visayan Sea, which is the Philippines. So with this, I'm number one on all of them except for Bengal. Now, how much does Jaunpur have? 25% versus my, or I'm sorry. So Jaunpur has 25%, Bengal has 20, and I have 16. So I don't know, man. I might actually, let me try something real quick here. If I were to just reassign these guys straight to Bengal, that might actually allow me to confirm thalassocracy. That might be an insult, but you either play really slow or the game is slow paced. Well, I don't have it on a high speed, and also I spend a lot of time paused, man. I'm pretty. What's the right word? I'm a little autistic with like the game. I like to look around. I like to, see what's happening, and it's part of the fun for me. I also like, and this is really stupid, but I like to rename places. Like like if it has my culture, I'm converting the culture. I like to have it like a name of like culture. So Natal, that sounds decent enough, but Matetwa, like I instead decided to just brought up a map of Portugal and found random towns in Portugal and changed the names to corresponding to those, because I don't really know exactly like what a Portuguese like place name sounds like. So that was my strategy of doing that. And also I'm doing things like going and adding everything to a trade company. Let's see, have I converted any of the provinces in the Congo? I have indeed. Mbanza Congo. So we're founding a new one. We're founding the Congolese Charter. There's a few of these left. I think, maybe not. No? Okay. Then we're good on that. Okay. Simao de Correa, controversial protectionist. Let me see. A trader should facilitate free trade, not restrict it. That guy is fully upgraded to 5. I am not going to get rid of him. It's not one of your promoted cultures. Let me replace this guy with a guy with a promoted culture and upgrade him. Vicente de Meneses, national manpower modifier plus 10%. Let's go. And let's upgrade this guy all the way to 5. 5, 5, 5. Getting huge monarch points out here, guys. I think the world is more like ADHD and not autistic. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Same here. I kind of read all the text tree stuff for different mods and look at focus trees. Yeah. ADHD is definitely a word. I'm definitely pretty ADHD, and I get distracted by all the different things that are going on. I was right. Would you guys look at that? Confirm thalassocracy. All right. Sick. So that gives us another merchant. Less light ship costs, like lower cost for light ships. Yearly Navy tradition and Diplo technology cost. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Thalassocracy. So that gives us the government reform for thalassocracy. So where would that be? Team religion. Maybe economic matters? Yeah, thalassocracy. So what would that do? Global trade power plus 50%. Naval force limit modifier plus 25%. Trade company investment cost minus 10%. Center of trade upgrade cost minus 10%. Let's go. We're going with that. And I have a feeling that's probably the best option. Well, embrace free trade's pretty good, actually. But yeah, I think... Yeah, we're going to go with that. And beautiful to have another merchant. The question is, where should I send him? We could do California. We could do La Plata. Oh, we could do Katsina. Ethiopia. Ooh, Zambezi. All of it's already being pulled forward, though. Thank you, man. Thank you for the clap. Appreciate it. I'm happy about that. That's cool. Thalassocracy. All right. I don't know where to put him. We could do Polynesian Triangle. I feel like either Polynesian Triangle or somewhere in the New World. We'll do California. We'll send them to California. Because I really pretty much dominate this trade node. All right. Yeah, man. Beautiful. Okay. So, let's get going. Oh, actually, before any further ado, diplomats. Diplomats, folks. Diplomats. We'll get some claims down in Japan. In case we want to declare war on them. And I don't really think they even have any allies. They have no allies. And how many troops do they have? 61,000? That could be a pretty easy conquest, actually. Let's also throw one in Brunei, maybe? A doll. That's where we'll go. How do DLCs work for EU4 since there's 0 focus trees? Well, it adds a variety of things. Like, for example, this whole function of like the trade companies I've been dealing with, that doesn't exist in the base game, right? Things like these like country unique units, like by galleon, heavy ship, and caravel, that doesn't exist in the base game, right? What else doesn't? Like a lot of just different modifiers and functions you can do. Like a lot of the subject interactions aren't in the base game. Options like, I don't think strengthened government works in the base game. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. There's a whole wide variety of stuff. Like also like the I mean, EU4 and Hawaii have something in common. Yeah. Oh, like consorts? That doesn't exist. And I don't think you can disinherit heirs either. Or I don't think you can't introduce an heir. I don't think you can disinherit the heir. Consorts aren't a thing. I don't think you can promote advisors. And also like the mission trees, without DLCs, they suck, dude. There's like nothing. In fact, most countries just have like default mission trees. Like, I basically have like pretty much nothing. Speaking of mission trees, yeah, well, like one of the last ones I really need to do is, yeah, get Gujarat, man. But oof, they got some pretty decent sized standing army, man. And they've got tough allies too. Jaunpur, that's another 100,000, I believe, or more. Chagatai, they're a whole horde. Yeah, Connaught. So that would be harder than this war, definitely. Sick. Siege of Al-Karak is done. Let's send these guys over to Akkoyonlu's lands. Let's deal with them. Big Hungary. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, yeah, man. Hungary has basically just been reduced to a buffer state, pretty much, between the Ottomans and the HRE. Price of sugar changed by 50%. That's nice. That's cool. Send these guys over. Actually, too. Well, no. We're actually going to occupy. We're going to siege this one down. But we will send you up here. See if we can occupy some Aragon before. Or no, hold on. You guys will siege this down. You guys will go up to Aragon. I thought Hungary was Poland. Never mind. Yeah, no. Commonwealth. Commonwealth is pretty good size. Commonwealth is doing pretty well. They've had a pretty good game. But Hungary, not so much. But I noticed, man, honestly, dude, Hungary always ends up getting their rear ends kicked in, man. What happened to my fleet? Where have they gone? Okay, so they're still making their way up there. Maybe next round you have to play Funj. They're actually not a starting nation in 1444 because this actually starts out as colonizable land, and through like some kind of event they end up showing up because there's like some migration or something. Which are like a Coptic well, thought they were Coptic Nubian. Disputed succession in Scotland. No legal heir. Can we royal marry into them? No, and honestly, I don't really want to actually do that because of my diplomatic slots. Wow. Cede Albenga to Naples. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, they took out another little fleet here of mine. Ooh. That sucks. You know what? We'll first things first. Let's have these guys convert Nagasaki, actually. Damn, not Funge. Yeah, not too Funge at all, man. Not too Funge at all. All right. Whoa. The University of Calabar. The University of Calabar has attracted a new strand of teachers and students who are eager to modernize the institution, asking for funding to open a new college where they can further develop what they call new science. Okay. Yeah, we'll enlarge a university. That'll put us in debt, but that's okay. It's fine. Can we full annex Seuss yet? We can. All right, guys. In 1644, we have full control of Morocco. Isn't that amazing? More than a little late, but that's okay. We're actually going to split this army here. I did not mean to. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Fighting their rebels for them. Can we retreat? Nice. Whoa. Aqua doing their thing. Yeah, let's send... Oh, they can just walk up, apparently? No, actually, in that case, let's send you guys back to, like, Indonesia area. Some tips on Hoi 4. Don't get Millennium Dawn, despite despite the hype. It's a bad mod. Really? I saw a video of Millennium Dawn. It looked pretty cool to me, but I don't know. What do I know? It's very laggy, and the focus trees are bad. Okay. Ooh, Barcelona occupied by Valencia. Let's have that occupied by me instead. Portugal. Let's go ahead and occupy Zaragoza. And we will put this army on there. It starts at 2,000. Yeah, I can run the game in it. And I've never gone past 2,000. Wow, one. Wow. But wait, I thought at least the concept of it's pretty cool, you know? Like, and you have like some cool events that pop up, like the Iraq War event. I mean, that one always seemed pretty sick. We take Barcelona. No, we don't have the war score. Meh. I guess it might be one of those that's like cool on paper, but not really that cool in reality. Another mod that runs better is Novum Vexillium, and it's the same modern day idea. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll probably try that one out at some point then. It's like the whole like modern era Hoi Foi. It's cool. There's also a TFR, but it's a bit of alt history and laggy, but less laggy. Okay. There's a lot of them then, man. Yeah. Okay. So, property assessor, that gives us trade steering. So we definitely want to put that in some of them that, you know, doing a lot of trade steering. I think that would make sense in the Comorin Cape. I want to put one of those. Okay, those types of trade company investments, you can only have one of them per trade company, so I'll have to make sure to make sure all my trade companies have at least one of those. Okay, what am I going to do with you? We'll split these guys and do the same that we did with that one other grouping and send them all to just different nodes in the New World, so we at least have some trade ships in all our New World nodes. And you know what? Since these guys have gone... Well, wait, hold on. What happened to my 30... Okay, so... Okay. I thought I had another group of, like... of trade ships, to be honest. I guess maybe not. And you guys go to Amazon. Yeah, patrol trade over there, why don't you? If we can. Yep, they've been assigned. Shouldn't you take Brazil? Yes, I should. That is owned by France, so we're sort of gathering up strength to defeat them, because at the moment they would win against us with their 364,000 troops, unfortunately. Force limits. It's trade steering, I don't think will really do anything in South Africa because it's only a one direction node. And it's not really that valuable in of itself. It's a connector. So maybe get something like this, like manpower increase 2,000, sailor increase. Or like maybe Portuguese township. Well, that increases the trade value, but that's yearly army tradition. I think I get a governor general's mansion. What for? I probably wouldn't have conquered the world 50 times over. Yeah. Well, it's. I don't want to say it's necessarily easier to conquer the world than Hoi 4. It is. It is easier to. It is. It is easier to conquer the world than Hoi 4. I mean, it's exactly true. Like, it just is. Let's see if we can. I'd kind of like to piece out Akkoyonlu at this point. Yeah, I'd kind of like to, cede them a province or two so we can get our relations up with them. Because there's an Attu Island with 20 people you can play as. There is? Where's Attu Island? Yeah, it's kind of wild that we don't have any war score with them yet. But I guess we probably should have sent our guys straight to Tabriz first. They're doing their little counteroffensive in Sudan here, but I don't really care. The Attu Island is in the middle of the Aleutian Islands. Oh my god. Yeah, that'll probably be tough. Is there anywhere else that would make sense to have a property appraiser? Oh. Yeah. Over here. That's for sure. In the Canton node. And that is enough fabricating claims down here. Or enough of a spy network. You need more than that, it's kind of useless. I'm going to improve relations with the Pope. Yeah, that'll be a tough one. That's for sure. The Aleutian Islands. Yeah, I mean, there is just nothing out there. Well, let me see. I'm curious. Attu Island. Oh my god. Oh, and it's like one of them that are really far out. Like that, I think that's actually the last island in the U.S. Aleutians. And like these, you may think, oh, these Aleutian Islands, but no, these are actually part of the Russian Federation. And they're part of the Kamchatka Krai, and like their own like the little district, the Aleutski district, like a county basically. Attu Island. Is there anything here? Attu Station. So, what's the goal after thalassocracy? Well, honestly, thalassocracy wasn't like a really like a specific goal. that I had. Yeah, hunting a few birds, yeah. My ultimate goal is to complete the mission tree. But that does involve defeating France. So I suppose the goal is to become more powerful than France and defeat them. And I'd like to do that without hiring mercenaries because I want to keep my army professionalism way up. So this is interesting. So Little Falls American Cemetery and Japanese Cemetery. So I think this was the island that there was a battle between the Japanese and the U.S. Here, you have a great trade empire, so you could probably win. Yes, but right now their army is still way, way larger than mine. Way larger than mine. Though I do have more manpower. So, also, my troops are more spread thin, while all of theirs are kind of concentrated down here. So, ultimately, I'm basically trying to get as powerful as possible so that, we can basically defeat them. I mean, that's the goal here. But, yeah, at some point pretty soon I would like to. Also, like kind of my goal in, like, whenever I play EU4 is just try to get as, as big an empire as I can, Search it up, and a lot of people die on Atu Island, especially in comparison to how much people live there. Oh, yeah. You're funny, dude. We'll go Portuguese township here. Used to be Japanese island. Was it? Huh. Okay. I would have figured that it had become part of the U.S. like when the Alaska Purchase was done. I guess not. All right, Akayunu. 80% died to frostbite. Yeah, I would. I would believe that. I would believe that, without a doubt. That's sad. It's really sad. Needless to say, it was not a fun time, World War II. I had some family who fought in that. I would have, some family, some, at this point, basically ancestors fought in that. I would imagine, if you're from France, probably the same. Although I had family on both sides of the war. Like one side of my family, they were in the German army, and then one side in the U.S. Or like on different sides of my family, there were people in the U.S. army, and then there were those in the German army. And none of them had a good time. I guess like an ancestor who fought in World War I and the other in the French Resistance, and the rest were knights. That's neat. What? These guys have ships all the way down here harassing my guys? What? Knights, eh? That's really cool, man. That's really sick, actually. The one who fought in World War II was a leader of about 100 men. So I think that was cool. No, yeah, I mean, that's really cool. That's really cool. Property appraiser. Where else should I put him? I think Aiden makes sense. Well, that's occupied by the Mamluks. Is there anywhere in this that currently isn't occupied by the Mamluks? There you go. Yeah, that's really something. And that was the one who was in the French Resistance, huh? Liberation of Paris and helped in the D-Day operations. Just resistance stuff. That's sick, man. Sounds like he was quite a hero. Because I mean, man, the French resistance, dude. Like, I mean, people give France some flack about what happened, during World War II, and the fact that like it lasted, or France, like the actual like army and government didn't last too long. But people forget about how significant the resistance was in France, and it was extremely important. And also, too, is people also forget about actually what the French army was doing, due to most possible due to intelligence. Yeah, yeah, no, exactly, exactly. Like if it hadn't been for the resistance fighters, it probably wouldn't went another way. And also, like here's the thing: is like when when the British were getting their army out of the continent, when the Battle of France was lost, who covered their retreat? Is the French army. And they took heavy, heavy, heavy losses in holding back the Germans long enough for the British to escape. And, had it not been for that, I mean, guys, like, the British army would have been just decimated. So, when we think about it that way, we realize that, like, shoot, man, if it hadn't been for the French contributions in World War II, like, I mean, things could have very well gone in the complete other direction. Fought in a lot of Africa. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, and also, if I'm not mistaken, too, like, they were in D-Day, right? Like the amount of like how do you say it? Like the lost my train of thought here. The if I'm not mistaken, like there was a decent amount of the army that was able to actually get into Britain, along with like the main British army, and from there actually. What? Jerusalem lost their cores? You're kidding. Actually participated in D-Day coming back, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe those were the ones in Africa. I don't know. Hello, what is the point of the game? But like as far as like what my goal is, or are you asking about like are you asking what my goal is in this playthrough, or are you asking like what the point of this game is broad like the whole EU4 itself, broadly speaking? EU4 is like a strategy game where you take over countries in diplomacy. Yeah, I mean that's basically that's true. Yeah. That's a pretty it's like a basic sort of description of it. Broadly speaking, yeah. I mean, what Tranger said is true, and yeah. I mean, you try to expand your country, your nation, economically, politically, dynastically, territorially wise, and there's a mission tree for each country. So. For example, like one of the missions I still have to do is control Surat. So I'm supposed to control this part of India here, right? And if I do that, that opens up, like that gives me claims on different areas, and opens up new decisions, opens up new missions, like a Portuguese Burma mission will be opened up if I get that, and that's to take the coast of Myanmar here, and like it'll open up the next, so Casa de India, which is like to have at least 5 states fully controlled in India. So, yeah, there's a lot of cool things. It's a cool game. I like it a lot. But also, yeah, so one of the reasons I was attacking Mamluks is because Jerusalem had a bunch of cores there, but now they've lost their cores. So I don't know if it even makes sense to like give any of that land to them. I might just annex Jerusalem. Oops. Might just Diplo annex Jerusalem. So, I mean, well, let's see what I can do as far as treaties with the Mamluks. There's no one I can release, or I can release nations, yeah. Not a whole lot of them make that much sense to release. I guess Oman, maybe. I don't know. Pillage their capital. That's one thing I'll do. Ethiopia occupies a lot of these provinces, so it doesn't make any sense for me to take them. I mean, yeah, the fact that Jerusalem doesn't have those cores anymore kind of ruins it, honestly. Like, that was the whole reason I was doing this. I also just capture, like, the whole coast here. Oh, capture Mecca? Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, that's cool. Capturing Jerusalem and Mecca in one war. Is this BC period or AD? I don't know much about history, that's why I'm asking. This is AD. So the game starts in 1444 AD, which that's a pretty significant date because, well, I don't remember exactly what happened during that specific date, but it's right before, like, the end of the 100 Years' War. It's right before the Ottoman capture of Constantinople, which ended the Byzantine Empire and led to the sort of rise of the Ottoman Empire. Or I guess they were already pretty solid empire by that point, but it was a time. It was a very dynamic period in history. It was shortly before, like, Columbus's voyages discovered the New World for Europe. Obviously, there were people there before, of course. They call it the early modern period because in that time, like the time period of the game between 1444 and 1812, that was sort of when the world kind of the modern world sort of took shape. And now obviously everything in the past is involved with the lead up to how things are today. But I think during that period of time, it was especially pronounced. Like, I mean, obviously, if any period of time it happened in a different way, like the modern world would look significantly different. But again, I think it's more pronounced in this sort of time period. So, and also it goes along with some of the other games that the Paradox Studios, the game studio that made this game, have made. They've made one that sort of takes place basically directly after this, called Victoria 2. Which is sort of set in the age of imperialism, as they call it. Like sort of the 1800s, basically. And they made one after that called Hearts of Iron 4, which we were talking about in the chat earlier, which is set during World War II. So, yeah. So, this game, decided to play as, or this run, decided to play as Portugal. And as Portugal, it kind of gives us sort of an interesting, it gives us an interesting sort of situation because we're sort of, at least from the start, kind of isolated from European politics, and it has or European wars and politics, and it has like a quick and easy segue into basically conquering a lot of the New World, as well as surrounding Africa and setting up a large sort of trade, maritime-based empire throughout areas like Indonesia, the Gulf of Aden, East Africa, West Africa. It's one of my perhaps my favorite country to play as in this game. So I just took a ton of territory that I don't have admin power to core up. Oh, man. I'm going to see if I can shift my national focus to admin, yes. Oh, so I did end up actually ceding some of this territory to Jerusalem. So, okay, yeah. So we have a nice little Kingdom of Jerusalem on the coast here. And we can upgrade the kingdom or the holy city of Jerusalem, and we will do that. It's a nice little, pretty little kingdom of Jerusalem here. In Hoi 4 coring, you either never can do, or there's a billion focuses in the focus tree path. Yeah, that's what I've seen. That like Hoi 4, it's like you either can't core something, or you just like end up coring everything automatically. So cool, guys. We have finished this war. Sick, man. It's over. We are done. See if we can piece out of this war and take something here. Maybe Zaragoza. Where are the regimental towns? And where is this in? Oh, in Morocco. Okay. As the army becomes a way to learn a livelihood for an increasing number of our subjects, the cities that house army installations and barracks are starting to grow under the supervision of army engineers and renovators. In Teotihuacan, the growth of Teotihuacan has come to benefit the entire province. Sick. Okay. The big change on map equals what war? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But look at that, man. We've got Jerusalem for Jerusalem. We took Mecca, the Muslim holy city. May as well upgrade this because we won't be able to core it up for some time. So that's kind of cool. Meanwhile, right, we have Adal, which we're almost about to be able to get the claim on them. So we're to declare war on. So I would like to declare war on Adal, which will immediately put us at war with Kliwa again, which I actually should have left my soldiers down there for that purpose, but I neglected to do so. And I want to declare war on them quick because otherwise, I'm sure that all of these countries are about to join a coalition against me. So let's get down there if we can. So in fact, let's actually just pop this war declaration as soon as we are able to. And that would be right about now. Private claim, wherever, doesn't matter. We'll recall these guys. And the second we get this Casus Belli, yes. Let's pop this declaration, ladies and gentlemen. So that'll put us with Hadjimat. So if we were to call in Hadjimat, who is Hadjimat allied with? Adal, Sulu, Bengal, and Palembang. Well, it'd be nice to co-belligerate them, but I don't want to go to war with my ally in Bengal. What about Yemen? Khorasan. What do I have a fifth missionary? Conquest of Mecca, ladies and gentlemen. That gave me another missionary. I actually didn't realize that was going to happen. Damn, it's been like an hour and a half and I've not seen a single change in the map. What are you talking about, man? Look at this. I've got the entire coast here. I captured Jerusalem and Mecca. I captured the holy cities, my friend. The holy cities. So, Khorasan. Do I want to go to war with Khorasan? How many troops do they have? Why the heck not, guys? Of course, very similar to other countries like Ethiopia and very dim. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's pop this war declaration. And you know what? Why not? We'll have Khorasan involved in this too. Which would be nice if I had a Jom already vassalized, which I'm planning on doing. But I didn't really feel like I had time because I'm pretty sure that a lot of these are going to join a coalition. So there. All right. So let's actually take these guys over here, and they can get them unexiled, then we can go into Khorasan. And with that, we can take a bunch of the rest of this whole Persian Gulf coast. And with Yemen and Hadramawt, we can take this entire area, so we can basically have pretty much the entire coast of Arabia here. And in theory, we could link, basically just get the entire coastline here. Just go super Chile mode. Mega Chile mode. Okay, Ethiopia, I'll royal marry you. Sure. I will royal marry you as soon as I have a diplomat back. All right, let's actually first have these guys go over to Yemen. Yeah. I'm up the speed to 3. This is actually pretty freaking slow. Ah. These guys can't go anywhere. What? Oh, these guys can't go anywhere at all. Okay. Maybe it was a mistake to bring Khorasan into this, but that's okay. Well, guys, I think we might have enough war score with good old Aragon to take Barcelona. Yeah, let's also take Algiers. Or could we take Mallorca? No. We'll take Algiers. We'll separate peace out because honestly, I don't really care that much about my alliance with Naples, to be honest with you. I prefer to have Barcelona. You hear the birds in the background. That is like a little drama show my wife's watching. But now as I get more and more and more and more overextension. But guys, I think I think we'll quite easily win this. The goal of just basically taking over Yemen and snake our way down the coast and take some Khorasan as well. But guys, I think I'll leave it for another day. I think I'm gonna log off now. I've been going for about over 2 hours now, so I think I'm good. I think we'll call it a night, guys. Next time you have to unite Australia as an island. Yeah, I do have to unite Australia, man. There's a lot of different tags going on here, and apparently, the Mamluks now have a colony there. I didn't even know about that, but all right. Well, anyway, man, you guys have a good one. And I'll hope to see you guys in the next stream. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, like and subscribe. Well, I guess it's a little late to like the stream, but drop a subscribe if you don't mind. I'd appreciate that. So thank you all for joining me tonight. Appreciate it. Love you all.